It's a very simple step to go from here to the fully utilizing the command file. For example, I can say File, Open Command File. I'm going to say Run 1 CMD. And suppose I want to change a few things. Let's say I'm not interested in using all of these 10 variables as a keep list. I want to remove 2 of them. So you simply modify the keep list directly. You need to be careful that the continuation line, comma sign, is still there. You can modify other things, like you can change the limits on the node sizes. You can change priors. You can change whether variables categorical or continuous. You could change all sorts of other things like a splitting rule, cost matrix, penalties, anything. And you can always figure out what those commands are by doing a trial and error runs on the GUI side. But at this point, I'm constructing new run, and I want to save it as a different output. So all I need to do is change it to run 2 everywhere, or whatever name you like. And I also want to save it as a run 2 CMD, or whatever name you like. So now I have a new configuration that uses a different keep list, and it's being saved on the hard drive. And anytime I can open it or go on the non-GUI side and execute it there. In this case, I opened it, and now I'm submitting it as a window. The result of this is a whole new navigator, a whole new run according to my new specifications, and this run has already been saved as a GROW file in the location that I specified. Okay, so to summarize, what have we learned here? We learned that every run you make inside of the GUI engine, inside of the GUI part of the SPM, has a corresponding command line equivalent, which can be directly opened by using View Open Command Log or pressing on the L button on the button bar. And with a few modifications that mostly relate to just checking whether you're using the right data set, and also redirecting text output to a file, and also requesting the saving of the GROW file, you can easily package that command file as an independent run that you can use as a reference or template or some kind of basis to construct all of the future runs. Now, it's a very simple step to go from here to running a pure non-GUI application, because when you're staying here in the command line, technically you're already working with the specific version of the non-GUI part of the engine. Now, there's another command that I want you to tell here is a submit command. So if I work directly in the command line, this window could be the window, the only window that you're seeing, say on a Linux or some other platform. And if you have the command file, in my case I have command files run 1 and run 2, all you would need to do is say submit run 1, and when I type in enter, it triggers the execution of my run. As the result, the text output is created, the GROW file is created, and you can easily move these text and GROW files back and forth for viewing either on Windows platform or opening some of the classic output directly or parsing them using some sets of scripts and so on and so forth. To summarize, if you look into my folder here, and again back into my training folder, now I have 2 sets, run1.cmd, the command file that can be executed directly by the engine, bypassing all of the GUI interfaces, and the result of executing that command file is a run1.txt classic output and the run1.grv file, the GROW file, that can be opened on any Windows platform, the GUI side of things, and it's platform independent. My second set includes run2.cmd, and if that run is executed to the engine, it gives me a cart output, the classic output in the run2.txt, and the model tree sequence and performance measures in run2.grv. So these combinations of CMD, TXT, and GRV files comprise the entire complete setup that you may need in order to reproduce specific run on any specific platform. Now you can easily take any of these sets, and by modifying the command file correspondingly, which is changing the output statement, changing the growth statement, changing the use, keep, penalties, limit, anything, you can easily configure each of those command files to produce what you want, and you can use GUI classic output window to help you understand all of the different commands and all of the different options available out there. It's very powerful. It allows you to have a complete record of everything that you have done, and it allows you to be able to reproduce all of the runs that you've done before exactly as they are, thus no longer requiring to memorize lengthy lists of predictors or all of the different options that you may have triggered during execution of any specific run. And keep in mind that CART keeps the complete log of everything that you've done and a command log, and this way you can always look back what you've done and try to restore some of the specific fine details of some runs that were accomplished at some earlier point in time. Hopefully that's convincing enough to entice you to go and start working with the elements of the command line processing on the GUI side. And I can tell you, in all of our internal work, consulting and working with clients, this is the kind of style that we've adopted for ourselves, and it always works, and it always makes our work the most productive and most exciting. On this note, I'll end this video.